Fungo here. What happened to me? What happened to me? I'll tell you what happened to me! District 9. I'll make a long story short. This movie is about a bunch of Zoidbergs living in Africa.
You coward! I haven't eaten since Tuesday. Bird eggs. Animal slices. Ooh, a can!
Go slowly. Oh my god.
Blu-ray is the format to own this movie on. Not only because it has a very pleasing to the eye blue casing, but because it is a unique movie, the first of its kind. That's saying a lot in this day and age when originality is few and far between. Now, it is the first movie to successfully implement both expose, documentary, scrapped film footage, news broadcast with a theatrical style.
Good thing there are subtitles. I would have never been able to read that.
And it is quite amazing, really, because you can actually see as it goes from theatrical, the documentary, the theatrical, news broadcast, documentary, security tape footage, theatrical, news broadcast, security theatrical, documentary, news tape cast, documentary. It's just like that. You can see the changes as it goes from the History Channel in the beginning and more of an actual movie at the end. You go from watching The Office with the protagonist being Wikus Fadalavada.
Fadalavada?
Okay, I got it. Fadalavada.
That's not...
You know what? You're gonna have to spell that out for me, because I don't quite got it, Okay. Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay, got it. What the f***? Wikus reminds me of a combination of Murray.
Yes, present, thank you.
And maybe a little bit of Steve Carell. He works for Multinational United, an organization that deals with weaponry and genetic research. Then, all of a sudden, you're watching UFO Hunters, where they discovered an alien spaceship floating over Africa packed with starving aliens, otherwise known in the movie as prawns. But I would like to call them Zoid prawns. Now, they all live in a camp known as District 9, and the camp eventually turns into a slum. So now they head into a camp to serve eviction notices with plans of getting them the hell out of Johannesburg, where there are major movements to separate aliens and humans and get them into District 10, a new camp far from society with the aid of private military corporations. Wikus is the lead of the project after a big promotion from his father-in-law. Hey, he seems unusually happy to head to possibly the most dangerous place on Earth. They also make it really obvious in early interviews that he did something bad at the end of the movie. But you're not going to know what the hell anyone's talking about?
There's always just a hint of something not quite kosher with Mr. Fungo.
Nobody saw it coming at all. None of us had any idea of what he was doing.
Did I miss something?
Warning. This video contains spoilers.
The second Wikus arrives at District 9, chaos ensues. There are aliens hopping over roofs, ripping people's arms off, and this adorable beast. So they go around finding weapons, aborting alien fetuses with fire, and yes, they actually make infant noises. And that's actually kind of disturbing.
You hear that? That's a popping sound that you're hearing. It's almost like a popcorn.
Wikus finds some black guns and sprays him in the face and gets his arm smashed. Then from there on after, he's vomiting, getting nosebleeds, and then crashing his own surprise party with toilet trouble. At some point, he starts losing his fingernails, and this actually makes me cringe at the pure sight of it, but also reminds me of a 1986 movie called The Fly, with Jeff Goldblum turning into a fly. Go figure. And then I figured out what was going on. I was like, yeah, I know what's going on. My suspicions were verified when later you discover his hand had been altering into a real Zoid Prawnian hand. That's when the M&U guys wrap him up in a body bag, hose him down, and then wheel him through a scene in Jacob's Ladder just to submit him to a series of tests mainly those that involve test firing alien weapons that only react to the alien's DNA. What? Well, before they can rip Wikus to pieces and harvest all his body parts for tests,
We harvest from him what we can right now.
he unleashes the fury with the strength of a hero. Take that! He gets out of there. He makes an escape and goes to District 9. Well, of course, his wife's father is trying to cover up the whole situation with Wikus to his wife, and tells her that he's probably not going to make it.
Doing their best to save him.
But after his escape from the facility, the news reports that he has been having interspecies sex.
Loose in the city. Wikus van der Merwe was recently apprehended after prolonged sexual activity.
behind with you in District 9.
After feasting on a delicious can of cat food, he starts to find a series of changes to his body, and it's not puberty.
Growing up is a time of change.
Young people in the process of changing.
You go through a lot more changes.
You start changing.
Intricate and wonderful changes.
Distraught by a phone conversation with his wife, he chops off his finger. And I'm not saying that women would make men do such a thing. Anyway, he ends up meeting with the alien that he met prior to this event. An alien we come to know as Christopher. And in that earlier instance, Wikus was threatening to take his home and his child away.
And don't point your fucking tentacles at me!
And little did Wikus know that this alien was the one who compiled the black substance that is now changing him. So he finds out that that was a fuel to power the ship, and that Christopher was going back to his homeland to bring back reinforcements and save his race. And if Wikus somehow retrieved the substance, Christopher would reverse the transformation.
He's just gonna go back to a human like this.
But little did Wikus know that it would take 3 years. Either way, they break into MNU headquarters in this quite spectacular way, might I add. After forcibly acquiring some weapons from the gang lord who desperately wants to eat Wikus's arm. When they get back to use the fuel, Wikus leaves Christopher behind with the evil antagonist to pilot the ship on his own. This starts a series of events where you're like, oh no, what's going to happen now? You gotta do something! He's gonna die! You gotta do something! Come on! Oh, look! He saved the day! He saved the day! Oh no! Something's gonna happen! He's gonna eat your arm! He got you back! He's gonna eat your arm! Oh, you know what? He saves the day! He saves the day again! Oh no, you gotta do something! Oh my god, they're gonna shoot him! They're going to kill Christopher! Oh, he saves the day! He saves the day again. Oh no, look at that! The evil antagonist is back and he's gonna shoot him in the head! You gotta do something! Guess what? He saved the day. He saved the day again. The last half an hour of the movie is probably the most action I've seen in any movie for a long time. I really don't want to give it all away. But I will tell you this. There is a mech robot! Yeah! And Wikus actually gets in this mech robot because he has the alien's DNA to be able to operate it. Now when he gets in it, let me tell you, there's a gravity gun, and he blasts a pig into a person through a shack. It's amazing. The gravity gun. From Half-Life 2. Okay, so after the bad guy gets his head ripped off and eaten by a whole bunch of Zoidbergs, you can see that Christopher and his son actually made it back into the ship, and they are actually making their move back to their homeland. Not to spoil too much, but this movie kind of leaves you hanging.
This is the
last known footage of Wikus van der Merwe?
I mean, it shows the ending, and you can see Wikus there, you know, making a little flower and stuff. I know it's quite cute and romantic, but come on! There is no resolution. There's an unresolved conflict, and we do not know how it's going to transpire. We don't even know if they're going to make a sequel. Are they even going to make a sequel? There is no confirmed plans for a sequel as of this moment. What are you trying to do for me? Come on, I just want to know how the movie ends. Will Wikus ever turn back to a human? Will he ever be reunited with his wife? What happens to District 10? Will the aliens come back and destroy Earth? Either way, I don't know, but I want to see a sequel. So get on it, mister! This movie is amazing!